Good evening. Hello, everyone. Do you know what? I've been really looking forward to tonight. Yeah, quite a lot to do. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. But I'm going to introduce my my co-hosts tonight, my helpers. So we've got Mark's Mods.
Yep. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to this special live of Horlixs. Looking forward to tonight.
Lovely, thank you. Yeah, and we've got Johnny Dave.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this live show tonight. It's going to be a cracking bill, so enjoy.
Lovely, thank you very much. And of course, DS Models and Vintage.
Hello, everybody. Yeah, and welcome to Horlixs' stream tonight. Yeah, it's going to be a good night, without a shadow of a doubt. Yeah, and can't wait.
Lovely. Yeah, I've been looking forward to it all week because I just want to get this done. So, yeah, I've been itching to get this done. So I'm not sure how how long it's going to take. It shouldn't take too long, but there's a lot of stuff here. I've got the soldering iron at the ready. I've got heat wraps. I've got multimeters. I've got glue guns next to me. Yeah, everything's everywhere. But
have you got your book?
Yes, that is on the floor.
You haven't said the most important thing: electrical tape.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's here. Which is a good ongoing. I'm going to do this first. So I have a big thank you to say to our lovely Dave and Christine. I received a parcel a few days ago, which consisted of some electrical tape. So that's going to keep me going for a long time, and I've got some nice snazzy colours. So thank you so much. This is getting really low now, so yeah, that's going to come in handy. And also, I've wanted one of these for so long, and I don't know why I haven't got one already because of the electrical stuff I do. I've got some proper cable strippers.
Ooh.
So I'm always trying to do it with these, which is okay to a fashion, but you end up wasting quite a lot of cable because if you snip a bit too hard, you start going through the cable.
Yeah.
So I've been playing with this, and it's amazing. Just a quick click and you're done. So thank you very much, both.
You're welcome. You're absolutely welcome.
So that is that. So yeah, we will be using these tonight. So that's great. I have put a few some stuff out on Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, it is Horlixs, HORLIXS _UK. That's my Instagram. So check me out on there if you want to see some bits and bobs. And I just put up a picture saying, "What's this plug for?" Find out. So we are here now. We are now going to crack on and get on with this. And yeah, but first of all, let's go through some chat.
Okay, we'll start off with a ghost star with Dano's Universe. Hello, everyone.
Hi, Dano. Thanks for joining.
Then we have Warren James. Hi, all. Good luck with the mod.
Thank you, Warren.
D. Harris. Good evening, Horlixs.
Hi, D.
Hello.
D. Harris, Dano Universe, Warren James. Evening, both. Gillian Milne, evening everyone. Just move up.
Hi, Gillian.
Gillian.
D. Harris, evening Gillian Milne. Gillian Milne, evening D. Harris. It's all going to be evenings, yeah. Dave Mack, good evening everyone. Good luck with your Routemaster tonight, Horlixs.
Lovely, thank you.
Hi, Dave Mack.
Hi, Dave.
D. Harris, evening Dave Mack. Dave Mack, evening D. Just move this up a bit. Jst Channel, good evening. All hope everyone is okay and well. Good luck with your Routemaster, Horlixs.
Thank you, Jay.
Hi, Jay.
Yorkshire Crafter, hello everyone.
Hi, Julie.
Hi, Julie.
D. Harris, evening at Jst Channel and Yorkshire Crafter. And D. Harris, what an intro.
Brilliant, isn't it?
Jst Channel, D. Harris, hiya. Dano's Universe, evening D. I'm just going to move up. And Crafty Chris, evening that. Dano, Warren, D. Harris, Gillian Milne, Dave Mark, Builds and Jst Channel and Yorkshire Crafter.
And hi, Chris.
Crafter, hi,
Hi,
Dave.
guys.
Jst Channel, Crafty Chris, hi, yeah. Crafty Chris, looking forward to tonight.
Thank you very much.
Yorkshire Crafter, hi, Crafty Chris. Dave Mack, evening, Crafty Chris. Julian Milne, evening, Crafty Chris. Alan K, hi, looking forward to your Routemaster mod.
Hi, Alan.
Hi,
Thanks
Alan.
for joining.
Dee Harris, evening, mods, Jody Dave, and Sir Dave Say.
Evening, Dave.
Evening, Dave.
Verwayne, hello.
Hi,
Hi,
Verwayne.
Alan.
Hi, Verwayne.
Alex, now I don't want to say your second name. I don't know if I can pronounce it properly. I said Dimitridis. Hi, Dave, Mark, Horlixs, and Jody Dave. I hope you're all well and looking forward to tonight's show.
Hi,
Hi,
Alex.
Alan.
Hi, Alex.
And Dano's Universe, evening, Chris. D. Harris, evening, Crafty Chris. Dave Mack, I'm having a rest tonight from a tight build until Sunday.
Okay.
And that is our chat up to now. Oh,
Brilliant.
Lovely.
Yeah. so what about you, Horlixs?
Right, yeah. So I suppose we better get on with this. And so, yes, I've got a plug. I've already done the plug. And I will share screen. I'll show some pictures off. Yeah, I've already added the plug because to do that on stream, it was actually terribly difficult. And I started it on the Northern Model Builders and Crafters on last Sunday, was it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I started it then, and the show finished before I actually finished what I was doing, and I actually stayed and finished what I had to do because it actually took quite a long time. So I can explain what I've done a little bit later. That's fine. But I've ended up with this. So this connector here is called an Aviation Plug, and it's got 6 pins on it. And you can get different types. You can get ones with 4 pins, like the Spitfire uses. You can get ones that have got 8 pins, etc. I think you can even get 10, maybe even 12 pin ones.
Yeah.
So that is what I've connected. That's all wired into the bus. I can explain a little bit later how that's done. And then the other night, it got to midnight, and I have these little moments where I just want to do stuff. So it was midnight, and I wanted to tidy all this up. So I've used Mark kindly sent me some spare cable tidies from the R2D2 build when we did that. They've come in real handy, so I've used them on here, as you can see.
Wow.
So this is the plug that I've installed. And then this is Ian's power mod. This is the new version he's kindly sent me. So I will show you that later on. That's all installed. So this is permanently fitted now. So I've trimmed this cable down, cable tied it up nice, and I've hot glued this plug, and it fits quite nicely in that channel there.
Yeah.
And that works really well. So I did have it over it wedged in here, but it was okay there, but it looks better here.
Yeah, maybe too low.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can't actually tell it's there. And then as for this, the cables I've used are so small that they're almost like they haven't got multiple strands in the cable. It's more like just a solid cable. So if you bend it a few too many times, I've noticed it breaks.
Okay.
So what I've done is I've bent that back, put a grip on there.
Yeah.
And then I've done another one so that if this wire here gets tugged, it's not going to pull on this and break these connections.
Yeah.
So that's what I've done, and that's another view of what it looks like from underneath.
Fabulous.
So I'm super happy with that. So I've done everything I need to do with the bus. So tonight is going to be all about the stand.
All about the bass.
All about the bass. It is. So I've already done some work to this because I didn't want a load of loud noise. But I've put a hole there, which you can just see my eyeball through. There you go. And I think you can know where this is going. And I've got 3 holes on the front.
Yeah. Super.
And that's as far as we've got.
Yeah.
So we're going to be soldering the other side of the receiving socket up tonight.
Uh-huh.
And we've got some wiring, and yeah, we'll go from there. So I'm going to start with that. So let me change these cameras about.
Super duper.
And yeah, we'll get going. So I'm going to turn on.
I noticed that you showed your David Buckingham bass, Horlixs.
Yes.
And so let's talk about that a little bit before we go much further. The Routemaster group had a member in called, and I think still has, David Buckingham, and he built a lot of these basses for everybody. And he's a master craftsman in woodwork. And you and Penny got the first 2, I believe, and then everybody else followed because it was such a good idea. And I think he's actually retired from that sort of thing now as David, but he did make an awful lot of basses.
He did, yeah.
Yeah, an awful lot. But it was the ideal thing for standing the Routemaster on at that particular time. It was superb, and quite a few of us have adapted that bass for several things, haven't we? I know Steve Owens put a mirrored bass on his, and Tony Evans has put a mirrored bass on, and you and Jason, you've put a roadway on, haven't you?
Yes, I just used some roofing felt.
Yeah,
just to make it look a bit tarmacy.
A bit tarmacy, a bit roadworky, yeah.
And my original plan with this actually, but I lost a bit of confidence. I didn't know how to do it. I was actually Jay did that idea as well. I was actually going to turn this into a bus stop with the yellow markings.
Yeah.
And then I was going to have like bus stop written on it.
Yeah.
But I didn't know how to do it because this is felt. You can't really stick anything to it because it's still crumbling now.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to paint it, and I just thought, and then afterwards I thought, well, you're not really going to see it with the bus on it anyway. So I sort of left it plain. But there is room for improvement there. And I'm still wondering if I should do something with the outsides as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a brilliant idea, this, wasn't it? It was absolutely lifeline, to be honest, especially moving the bus around and stuff so much.
Exactly, yeah.
Do you want us to pick up on some chat before you?
Yep. All I'm going to do before you do that is I'm just going to touch up all these pins. I'm going to float with a bit of solder just so it's easier to do the next part. So all I'm going to do is just dab some solder on each of these pins.
Okay, so while you're doing that, okay, Alex Dimitridis. It's good to have you four back again from the first Routemaster build where everyone was involved in one way or another. Your mods, Horlixs, are good and a must for any Routemaster builder. Well done to you all.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, we appreciate that.
Yeah.
Ian Campbell, hi all. Hi Ian.
Hi, Ian.
Hi, Ian.
Hello, Ian. You all
right? D. Harris, evening, Ian, Mr. Campbell. Ian Campbell, hi D. Crafty Chris, hi Ian. Bexac Lit, hi, sorry for being late. How was everybody?
Hi, Bexac Lit.
Hi,
Bexac Lit.
Ian Campbell, hi Chris. Bexac Lit, how's the bus coming along?
Yeah, really good. Thanks. Just it's done. And we're just I did Ian's mod last week, week before, last week, wasn't it? And so I've just expanded on that, and I've just thought of another idea, and I'm just sharing it with you all.
And for Wayne, yes, I got the base as well.
Yeah.
All that.
And this is actually really difficult.
So this process is called tinning then?
Yes, I'm finding it easier with these pins to get a little bit of solder on them first, because then once you introduce the cable, generally I don't really need any more solder, because I can melt that, get the cable on, and then it sticks. That's the plan. I might have to just put a little bit extra on afterwards, but the plug that I did was really hard. The pins were even smaller.
Yeah.
So and then what I'm doing is going to use the smallest decent wire I've got is this speaker cable. So I'm actually going to be using this. I was going to use the same type of cable that I used for the plug, the really thin stuff, but I thought it was a little bit too thin.
Yeah.
And obviously I was worrying about it breaking, so I've changed it to this flex cable. So I'm going to crack out this new tool.
Whoa.
Oh, it's brilliant. I love this. So you just put that in there and just go.
Move it forward a bit.
Oh, I've got loads to do, so I'll. There you go. So you just do that.
How clever.
Done.
Wow.
I think this is my new favourite tool with along with the electrical tape. You need one of these. It just makes life so much easier, you know?
Yeah. Certainly does, doesn't it?
Done.
Wow.
Because I've got 12 of them to do. So I'm just going to do all of them now while this is out.
Yeah. It's like one of them. It reminds me of the thing that everybody's building at the moment. What do they call it? Not the Terminator, the other one.
Alien.
Yeah, it reminds me of the Alien, them jaws.
So that's another one done. Yeah, I've been really, as I said to you earlier, I've been really looking forward to getting this done. I would have done it the other day, to be honest. I was so tempted. I was like, no, I've got to wait. I've got to show people what I'm doing.
No,
so I know it's going to take a bit of time, but
no, that's fine. I mean, yeah, it's good that you are doing it for us all, Horlixs, because obviously, you know, there's people out there that want to know how to do this.
So now I'm going to cut up some heat shrink because I want to protect all these pins. So I'm actually going to need 6. Oh, okay. So yeah, really, I mean, it's actually really easy mod to do. I know, obviously, it is hard soldering these pins, but
yeah,
you can't really go wrong with it. Like, you just take your time. And so I'm going to take the cable and remember to put the heat shrink on, because I often forget to put this on before I do anything.
Yeah. I was the same when I did my sidelight mod. I had a bit of feet shrink and I forgot to put it on.
Oh no.
So do you tin them cables, or are you just putting them straight on?
I think I'm going to try and put them straight on first. It might not work. Oh, I've turned the iron off. That's why it's not working. Just need to let that warm up for a minute.
Do you want to bring that bit of chat up, Dave?
Yep. Bexar Slate, I'm starting to build the F40 Ferrari car. It's a nice build. Engine's massive on it. I've never built it, but I've seen part of it. And Bexar, what builds are you doing now? Well,
If that's at me, I mean the bus is finished, as I say. I'm just doing a mod for it, but currently I'm doing the Spitfire. That's the only one I'm doing at the moment, but that's on hold at the moment as there's a potential issue with the circuit board. So we're waiting for more instructions before we can continue that build. So I'm currently sitting on about 3 or 4 issues, 5 issues, I think. We've got to wait to issue 100 to find out what's going to happen before we can carry on. So because that build's on hold, I'm just filling time and doing these bits that I wanted to do.
I've lost count of how many builds I'm doing.
well, like Horlixs, I'm on with a Spitfire. Waiting. I'm also building a Dodge Viper for the Dodge Challenger for me soon. And the Eddie Stubble build, and I'm going to be starting the Titanic.
What am I doing? I'm doing 3 Routemasters. So yeah, I'm doing a normal standard Routemaster through Agora model, the red one. Then I'm doing a special modded one through Agora models, blue one for Southend Transport. Then I'm doing a special for myself, which is going to be a open top Routemaster. And then I'm doing the Eddie Stubbard and hopefully the Titanic one day.
What am I doing? I'm doing 2 Harshette Titanics, the Eagle Moss Titanic, the Spitfire, the Back to the Future DeLorean, the Ecto 1, and the Bismarck.
Yeah, there's a lot going on, isn't there?
Yeah, you're also doing a Spitfire, Dave, as well, aren't you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I am. I thought I mentioned that. Yeah. And I'm a similar position as everybody else. Well, we're just waiting for instructions.
Okay, I'm not going to lie. I'm struggling a bit. It's not working out. I'm just going to adjust this. I think I need to get this cable in this clip to hold it for me.
I'll be honest, that's how I would struggle.
Yeah, I think because there's not much clearance, so I'm just trying to find the best position to get a good
solder too. Yeah.
I couldn't do this. Not with my shaky hands anymore.
So I have tinned these cables now.
Okay.
I just can't get a handle on it. Like it's going to be a brilliant thing when it's done, but that's why I said I don't know how long this is going to take because
yeah.
Could you not use?
You need that. You need the head magnifier set.
Yeah,
got it.
I think I've got one on.
Yeah.
Just need to give it. Well, it might come off because I need to do a bit more solder on there. Come on. Once I get into a swing of it, come on, I've got a bit of a bridge going on. I think I need a new iron as well. It's not helping things. I've got a bit of a bridge going on and I can't seem to shift it. 1 second, I just need to grab. We'll get there in a sec. We'll get there.
Yeah, I'll pick up the chat again. Ian Cameron with you, Mark. Lost count. Bex Atlick. Mark, are you doing the Knight Rider build?
No, it's not my kind of thing, is Knight Rider.
Lee Harris, any further news on the MiG, Ian? Ian, nothing D. That hasn't come up. Nothing D. Ian Campbell. I've got the E-Type. That'll be the Jaguar, the Enterprise, Iron Man, Knight Rider, Leopard Tank, DeLorean, MiG, and not forgetting the Ecto 1.
Oh, God.
And Bex Atlet. Mark, when are you doing the next issue of the Ecto 1 build?
I'm currently on a backlog, so I'm doing one more or less every day at the moment. There'll be a video out tomorrow on the Ecto 1.
I thought it would be really good when I'm doing it, but I don't end up touching two.
There you go. If in doubt, cut it out.
Yeah.
This is terribly difficult, actually. It's harder than I thought this was going to be because the other pins went on quite nicely, but
Your stand's moving around as well, so which won't help.
no.
But if you could put something weighty on your stand to keep it still, that might help.
I used to watch my granddad do stuff like this. He was fantastic at it.
I think it's just because I've read up reviews on this iron. I mean, this iron I got is okay, but the heating element's in the handle, and apparently it's not very good because it loses a lot of heat. Because it doesn't travel to the tip.
Yeah.
But I have got my eyes on another one that is the actual heater is in the actual tip.
Yeah.
It's a pine seal, and then the actual element is in the tip, so it's like a quick release, and then you can pull the whole tip out, and it comes with a new heater. So every time you change the end, you get a new heater, and it's pretty inexpensive, really. So I'm gonna look at grabbing one of them, depending on how much, how many more soldering projects I take on,
Yeah.
But I can manage with what I've got. It just takes me a little bit longer. That's all.
Yeah.
This one's going to be hard, actually. So that's one on. I need to put 6 of these on. So
Told you that which connectors are which?
So
Run in parallel or something.
good question. I memorized the pattern I did it in. So if I show you a new one, I can show you what I've done. So there's a funny shape to these connectors. So you've got the cutout at the top because this will only go in one way.
Yeah.
And then I've done them down. So 1 set, 2 set, 3 set.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the easiest way of doing it. I could have gone along and them, or you can do any variation you want. But it was easier for me to look at that and go 1, 2, 3 because of the shape of it, like a down arrow.
So like in parallel.
Yeah. So when you look at it from the back, you've got 1, 2, 3.
3. Yeah. Brilliant.
That's what I'm doing on here.
I don't know if this will help you, DC, but you can slide your heat shrink up after each solder connection stops further bridging.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. The thing is, where this wire is heated up so much, it's shrunk it a little bit before I even put it in. I should have got bigger stuff, really. Okay, we're going to do that now. I'm going to change that heat shrink and get some bigger stuff on there. For this cable.
Well, thank goodness the wind's dropping down this end now. It's I can physically hear that it's actually a lot less than it was earlier.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's not working out now anymore. So what I'm going to do is, do excuse me, I'm sorry it's taking so long.
Oh, you're all right.
No problem. It's interesting.
Is that going to be big enough to fit in? Like, I need something that's going to fit over both of them pins. Just to, that'll do. I just want to get this, yeah, that's good idea. I just want to get this one protected. I'm not going to unsolder them again because it was hard enough getting them on. But I'm going to just run those two on bridging, I don't think. So we'll find that out in a moment. I'm just going to run that in there like that. Yeah, that protect that.
Wonderful, yeah.
I'm just going to get my multimeter out into continuity mode. We should get a beep if there's a connection. So let me go to the other end here. No. We have no short. That's good. Okay, so let me get these next ones on.
Yeah.
This is the hardest bit of tonight, to be honest. The rest of what we're going to do is going to be plain sailing.
Yeah.
This is definitely going to be the hardest bit.
I'm so grateful that you are doing the hardest bit on camera, though, because a lot of people would admit it, wouldn't they? And so you've just got to solder these bits on here. And you're showing us, you know, exactly what to do, which is brilliant. How am I getting all these notifications on here? Get off. Go on. So, with today's weather, with all this wind, I'm worried about the caravan that's in our garden.
You have a caravan in your garden?
It says we didn't have one yesterday.
Oh. You bought a caravan?
No, It's a joke.
Yeah. Blown over from somewhere.
It's from a neighbour that blew into his garden.
Right.
Yeah, we didn't have one yesterday.
I'm a bit slow today.
You're all right.
Well, I'd just like to say I'd like to thank one of the viewers on here because I was after the mod kit for the bus, and as I was going to work on Saturday morning, I got an email through saying, "Please, can you please send your address to Portworks Models? I bought the mod for you." So that person is in the chat. They know who they are. Thank you very much. You really made my day. And as soon as I get this shelf and all that done, and I'd like to do what Horlixs is doing, so I've got some switches on as well. I'll show it. So thank you very much for that. It's really appreciated.
Wow, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
That's lovely. I bet you're really pleased about that, Dave.
Oh, I'm chuffed a bit.
Yeah, because you was worrying, weren't you, about how you would get your lights and everything to work, wouldn't you?
Yeah. So when this goes up on a wall, everything's going to be at the back.
Yeah.
And as I say, changing batteries and all that, and now it's going to be straight into my plug socket. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you've now given us the inspiration to get my shelves up. So I'm on holiday in a couple of weeks' time, so I'll be down to Wix's and getting the bits I need for the shelves.
Oh, we know what you'll be doing then.
Mm-hmm. So, thank you very much again for that. It's, as I say, really appreciate it. That made my day on Saturday. I was on the way to work and I seen that. Oh, flipping hell. Yeah, you nearly had us in tears on the bus going to work. Yeah, I could. Nobody's ever done that.
Oh, yeah.
There are some very generous people out there with good, big hearts.
There certainly is, yeah. There certainly
Definitely. I'll second that. Especially with like what happened, with when I was trying to do that other thing, and then my drill blew up, and next minute, I'm getting Ian sent me in my case, Ian sent me a drill. Absolutely amazing. I was just like, I was shocked. I literally teared up a bit at work. So I know what you mean. It's just like, wow.
Yeah. So I'll pick up on this a little bit on the chat then. And Dano's Universe says, so are you going to get another smart plug for your bus?
No, Dano, because basically Horlixs will probably tell you, because once you put the switches on, once you turn the switches off, you turn the mains off and back on, you've got to turn the switch on because it resets the circuit board.
Yeah.
It's not a case you can just say, that's thingy, turn me bus on, it'll just suddenly light up.
Yeah.
You're going to knock the switches on because the circuit board automatically cancels the out when you turn off.
Yeah, that's the thing. You can switch it on, but say it resets it, so you still got to switch it on anyway. So there's not really. I don't think there's much point.
Yeah.
Come on. Stop being a monkey. think that's okay. I need to check for shorts on that. But it's just sorry if it's blurry.
No,
It's just
all right.
a case of
So them 6 cables that are coming up are just switch cables.
these are speaker cables I'm
But
using.
they're just going to switches, so it doesn't make any odds what way they're on.
Yeah, it doesn't matter which way around these go.
There's no sort of polarity on them.
Do you know what I've forgotten to do? Put heat wrap on them. Doesn't matter. I'm going to put one on because I'm going to wrap the whole thing up anyway. We're nearly there. We're nearly there.
Yeah.
One more to do. Just test to make sure I've got no shorts.
Yeah.
Make sure there is.
Winter, isn't it? So it's not really short weather.
Yeah, keep your long trousers on.
Sorry, I had to get that in.
I actually thought this would go on a little bit easier than I'm experiencing. Right, let's take this off a minute. Get this on.
I say I've worked on them before with CBs because the microphones used to have them on, and if you got a broken microphone, well, a bad solder joint, your mic didn't work. You had to get into it and fix it.
Yeah. I'm really struggling to get this heat shrink down. Right. This is not the best job I've done. But as long as it's functional,
Yeah.
we're not putting high voltage through this, so we're all good, I think.
Jolly good.
So what I'm going to do is turn these cables round, and we're going to get a nice big bit of heat shrink just to cover all of that.
Yeah.
Right. Then I need to grab. I like doing this with a lighter. Actually, just thought ahead, and I'm going to cut this down. You've got to really plan ahead with this sort of thing as well, like where it's going, how it's going to work.
Yeah.
We'll get on to the good stuff in a second.
So will a hair dryer shrink wrap as well?
Yeah, you can use a hairdryer, heat gun. I've actually got a heat gun here, but heat gun's okay, but it can be a bit too much for it. Hairdryer's better, but gas is running out of my lighter now. Okay, that should do us. I'm going to cut off this electrical tape now. Okay, now we need to check connections. So I'm going to get the multimeter on 2 of the pins.
Yeah.
Oh. Try not to short the outside because you're going to get a continuous beep like I just got. Okay, and then I need to find the wires that
Correspond, yeah.
corresponds. So to do that, I've tested those 2 pins and there's no short. So I'm now going to connect these 2 pins, the 2 wires,
Uh-huh.
if I can. And then short the pins out. Oh my God, this is terribly difficult to do on a live stream. I feel a bit under pressure, that's why it's...
That's the problem, yeah.
I've been looking forward to it all week as well.
Yeah.
I still am, I'm enjoying it, but I'm very conscious that I've got watchers and they're like probably thinking, what am I doing?
No, not at all.
That's how I feel when I'm on data live.
I'm not really having anything happening at the moment. Right, let me try and work out what circuit these are on. Ah, okay, that one. That one is that one. So I've already done a little diagram of what, what pins doing what.
Yeah.
So if I look at this,
Has his camera? Oh no, I thought his camera had frozen.
okay.
Bet you're good at sleeping lines, Alex.
There we go. So I know what that is. So now I'm going to grab. I'm going to turn the soldering iron off for a moment. I'm going to get my label maker out. So what we're doing is, hang on, if I print that, because I need that as well. Just making labels for these cables so I know what they do. You just want to see the final result, I know you do.
No, you're right. The process is part of it.
These are a bit big, but they'll do. So I've identified what this cable is, so I'm gonna
There's a cable on a label.
put a cable on a label, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I got me jingle.
So that's that one done. Now I need to identify the next set of wires. Brilliant. I'm also checking. I found the pin. You might be able to hear it.
Yeah.
But I'm also checking the other ones around it to make sure I'm checking for shorts that way as well.
Yeah.
So far it's working very well for me. And that's that one. Okay.
I think also it's important to say that if you're preparing to do this and something goes wrong, you cannot blame Hachette that it's gone wrong. You chose to do it yourself.
Yeah.
Yes, 100%. You do this at your own risk.
I think that's the same with any modification, really.
Yeah, that's true.
So I've got one more set of cables to check, and I think I now know where they're going to go because I've already eliminated 2 of 3. So these should be the middle 2 pins. Yep. Yeah. Whew. Breathe.
Yeah.
So we've made our connections. I've labelled all my labels up. So I'm just going to strengthen, I think, if I can. I'm just going to put another bit of heat shrink over that, just to give it a bit more strength.
Yeah.
And then we'll move over to the base. And we still do have a little bit more soldering to do, but a lot easier.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just trying to fight with this. There we go. So you get the basic principle of this anyway. It's just connecting 6 wires to the socket by whatever means you can.
Yeah.
As I say, I've done this live, and it's not necessarily easy, but it's doable with a lot of patience.
Yeah.
And checking, and if it's going to take you like an hour to do, then so be it.
Yeah.
That'll do. I just wanted to get a bit of extra support on that. Lots of emergency vehicles flying about tonight, which is not surprising. Okay, we're done.
Really?
So I'm going to move all this out of the way for the moment. We will need some of this shortly. Move the soldering iron, shift all this out of the way, because we are going to need the base. Actually, we're going to need hot glue as well, so I'm going to plug that hot glue gun in. That can warm up.
Yeah.
Is there any more chat, or is
Oh, it seems to.
they're all just watching and
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
That's good. So, going to bring the base in. Now, as I said before, I made this hole at the top. So, I'm going to get all these wires through this hole. This is my favourite bit.
Yeah.
Because we're going to be wire tidying in a moment. Okay.
Oh.
So I'm just going to get a Sharpie because I want to mark the position. Just on there, because I want the plug to face that way. So as it moves, I know that line I want facing towards me.
Yeah.
So that needs securing in. Now, unfortunately, the base is actually thicker than this allows, because normally you would use a nut. It comes comes supplied with these nuts. So you would, from underneath, screw that up, and then it would lock it. Unfortunately, it doesn't quite go through.
Yeah.
So this is where I'm going to have to improvise with some hot glue. So all I'm going to do is put some of the hot glue in the hole.
Yeah.
And just hope that's going to do the job for me, basically.
Yeah. We'll maybe do the side as well.
Yeah. So I'm just going to push that through. And just hold that in place for a moment. And then, yeah, exactly as Dave said, I was going to fill the other side up as well. So it might look a bit ugly, but you're not gonna see under here. So
no,
yeah, it's out the way. Isn't it?
I'm just gonna wait for that to set. Hot glue is brilliant, but it takes a while to actually go off.
D. Harris, everyone's eagerly watching.
Yeah. So that is what we're looking like. So I was actually going to use one of these. This comes with it as well, but there's quite a lot of space on there, and it would have restricted. It would have restricted that even more. So what I'm actually going to do, I won't really need this, and I'm just going to cut that tab off, and then I can just use it as a cover on the top.
Yeah.
If you ever need it, but to be honest, probably won't.
Yeah.
That seems to be setting in there really nicely. So now we can move on to my favourite bit, and everyone knows. Let's cable tidy.
Yeah.
So, trying to get you a good view. I'm going to run these cables along here to the front. So for this, I'm going to need some of Mark's cable tidies.
I knew they'd come in handy.
Yeah. Trying to get you a better view so you can see what I'm doing. This camera is just, it's the one thing that's just winding me up. Like when you want the things to work, So,
And they're off the R2D2 build.
the way I've been using these cables, I'm hoping this is actually all going to fit in here, is I've been clamping them together first. And as Mark will know, these are actually really difficult to get clicked in.
Yeah, I was going to say try use some pliers.
It might not work for these cables, unfortunately, because I don't think they're quite long enough. Was there two different sizes, do you know, Mark?
No, there was only one size.
Bit too thick, the cables, I think.
Yeah, I think these are a bit too thick. Let me try one of these ones just in case. But yeah, I think it's exactly the same. Oh, actually, no, I think this one is a bit bigger.
Oh yeah, it does look bigger.
Oh, that's better.
There you go.
Right. If I can get this in.
It's been so long ago since I did the R2 build, I can't remember.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, you know, it's...
But the story behind that is my camera in the head didn't work. And so I contacted them and I said, look, I need this issue. And they sent me 4 issues for free of the last lot of R2D2.
There you go.
Hang on a minute, no, they sent me 4 lots and the issue I was asking for that had broken. So I ended up with 2 cameras for the R2D2's head. Which now Horlixs has.
So there you go. I've just glued that down there like so.
Lovely.
So they work really nicely, as you can tell. And then it's just a case of putting these on. I'm going to put another one down in this corner. And then glue that in place. It's just to keep these cables sort of
Being out of the way.
Let's get another one. I'm getting nervous now because all this work, it needs to work.
Getting near crank up time.
Pardon?
You're getting near the crank up time.
Yeah. Okay, I think we're going to have a couple more. So we're going to have another one there. So what I mean, these things that you sent me, Mark, are just absolutely fantastic for this.
It's fine. It's a goodie bag of electronics. Actually, Julie turned around and said, you know what, I would have topped it off if you'd have sent you some electrical tape as well.
Yeah. Okay. That's that on. Let that dry a minute. And then I think we'll have one more. This end. But obviously, you know, you don't need to do it exactly this way either. You know, you could do it any way you fancied. You could change it. You know, if you wanted to do this, you could do it a simpler way. I'm just doing it this way because it's what I thought of at the time. You know, it's. There we go. Go. Come on. Well, I'm going to put one here. So this is what we're looking like. So we've got, I'm trying to get you a best view I can.
Yeah.
We've got the plug, we've got the wires coming through, and then nicely cable tidied inside the base.
Lovely.
Just so that when you know, put it back the right way, you don't have all these, you know. This one's just coming a bit loose, so I'm just giving this a bit of pressure. And then I'm going to feed the 3 cables through the 3 holes. So this one is labelled destination blinds. This one is labelled interior, exterior. And this one is labelled cab. There we go.
Wow.
So now I'm going to turn this round. And we're going to focus our attention down here now. So I'm going to cut these wires down a bit because I don't need to know what these are now because we've done the connections.
Your sprue cutter's good.
Hello?
Sprue cutters, use them for everything.
Yeah, I love them. They're not as good as these though. So I'm just going to cut these wires, trim these wires. 1. And 2. 1. I mean, this job alone here would have been so difficult without these because you haven't got much room to get in there to you know, cut them. And then if you did cut it wrong, you haven't got enough cable, and then you end up messing the whole thing up. And then you have to probably undo everything I've done, you know?
Yeah.
So now I'm going to install some switches.
Yeah.
So this will be the easiest bit to do. Let me just move that, turn the soldering iron on. And for these, I'm using Momentary Switches. Look at them. Nice and shiny. And these work like your doorbell. They make a connection and then release. That's the ones you need. And then for this, I'm not gonna tin these up, because you need the switches, as you can see, have got little holes in the pins, so it makes it nice to put the cable through.
Oh, yes, I remember them.
And then bend them up. Okay, and then I'm going to solder that up. So let's cross fingers all goes well. I'll need to redo this one because there's a bit that's come out. They've both come out now. Oh God, I really hope this works when we're done. It's going to be a right anticlimax, isn't it?
No. No, it's the work it represents, all in.
Yeah, but a pain that one.
This one's been a real.
Doesn't want to go in the hole.
There we go. No, I've done it wrong.
Oh no.
What have we forgotten to do?
Shrink wrap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I would like shrink wrap on these as well, because I think yellow might work quite well. Yeah, I'm going to go with yellow. But yeah, this is just obviously to showcase what we can do with this anyway. You can do, I will go through what we're on. Oh God, oh my God, I can't believe we've been going for over an hour.
It's all right.
Where's the other cuckoo go?
And it doesn't matter which way these switches go either. Just FYI. Because all it's doing is making a brief connection and letting go. So it doesn't matter.
So long as they get wired in with the two wires.
Yes. Right, let me get some solder on that before anything else happens.
Okay.
If it'll let me.
Are you going to be screwing them from behind, Alex?
No,
Right.
no.
Put them in place.
Yeah, because again, I've got the same problem with these. The wood is a little bit too deep for the threads to fit.
Right.
So for the same way. Come on.
You're going to shrink wrap them and then hot glue them into place.
Yeah.
Warren James, big thumbs up, everyone.
Yeah, thank you, Warren.
Dano's Universe. Does the different colours of shrink wrap mean anything?
No, not for this purpose. They're just, well, sorry. No, they don't actually mean anything. This set has obviously got different colours, but they're all different sizes. So
Yeah.
they're different, they've got different diameters inside. I don't think they're a set colour. I mean, someone may want to correct me on that, but I think it just depends on the set you've got.
I think you can use it to the different colours so you can identify what is positive and what is positive and negative.
Yeah, and that as well. Come on. I thought this would be the easiest bit.
Probably because you didn't tin them.
Yeah, and this iron is not putting enough heat out. Let me turn it up. It's just right, I think that's one done. So we can test that. So if I get my multimeter out,
Yep.
that is the, well, let me work out, hang on, that was the interior, so that is going to be, that's going to be these last two pins. There and there. Oh, that's beeping because of the outside. Oh, come on. This is terribly difficult to do. All right, give me a plug. Will a plug make my life a bit easier?
Yeah.
Is it that one or is it that one?
You need 3 pairs of hands, are they?
I might be looking at the wrong end. I'm not getting anything at the moment. What's going on? Yeah. Okay. That's fine.
Very good.
I think you should give him a ding ding, Dave, for that one.
I could.
So that is the. That's fine. So back to me. Sorry. I'm now going to put the shrink on. God, even this shrink wrap's not big enough. I'm struggling to know what sort of size shrink wrap to use, to be honest. Because once you've got the solder ball on there,
You can't make it any smaller.
do. So I'm going to get the hot glue, and no, I'm not. I'm just going to leave that in there. It's going to leave it hanging out, and then move on to the next one.
Yeah.
Heat shrink. I'm going to use black this time and see if it's any better.
Yeah.
It's a little bit wider. And then I'm going to grab another one of my switches.
When you show that shot of it, you can appreciate how very tiny they are. The molds and everything.
Yeah, it's.
I'd be wearing magnifying glasses.
Yeah, that'll work. I've got. I mean, say it's. What's that saying? Man never blames their tools or something, but you can blame your tools in this because this iron is just not ideal for this sort of thing. I mean, it's working.
Yeah.
But
a
it's
good workman never blames his tools.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, but as you say, it depends on what tools.
You know, it's like doing, I don't know. It's like carving your roast pork with a butter knife, you know?
Yeah.
With a bread knife.
Yeah.
Wrong tool for the wrong job.
Hope you can see what I'm doing. There we go. That one went on easier.
Yeah.
Getting a bit of a flow now.
Could be because your iron's getting hot enough.
Oh dear.
Those are really class.
Yeah.
Right, let's test that. I like to test for work as I go along because if there's a problem,
Then you can fix it, yeah.
that's it. Good.
Jolly good.
Last one.
Just one more left.
D. Harris. Is it leaded solder? Lead-free melts at a lower temperature, or might be the other way around?
This is. Yeah, I think it's leaded. This one. Yeah, leaded solder is better because it melts at a lower temperature, doesn't it? I have got some flux as well. I just need to cut a bit more off this cable.
So what does silver solder do then?
Pardon?
What does silver solder do?
Oh, do you know what? I don't know. Is that? I just know of the two, which is leaded and unleaded.
It's plumbers that use silver solder.
Yes, actually, yeah, for the plumbing and that.
Is that more of a heavy-duty solder?
Could be.
I think it's because it's thinner and it can be sucked into the pipes a lot easier when melted.
Yeah.
Oh right, yeah, that makes sense because you don't want a gas leak or a water leak or anything.
Yeah.
No. I have some sticks of solder somewhere. They're about 1/2 inch thick.
My dad had the same actually.
Did they?
Yeah, he had a massive stick of solder, really thick.
Yeah. You need some soldering iron to melt that, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
That's on a welding rod, dude. Welding rod was thick, wasn't it?
Right.
Oh, you're getting a dab on at this now. Look at this.
Right, let's check my final connection.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Super duper.
So now I'm going to do these in, I think. Let's get this done. So I'm going to pull these out. So yeah, again, unfortunately, the wood was too wide.
Yeah.
Wood.
To get the can't get it out.
To get the screws on the back, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only thing with hot glue, the stringiness of it.
Yeah. Yeah, it can't be helped.
Looks like cobwebs to me.
Yeah.
So we are in with the glue.
Looks good, that.
Okay.
Oh, this is looking professional, this.
So now I'm going to turn the base over just to see how those wires look on the other side. See if I need to.
See if you need to glue them in.
I can't really get another cable grip in there, but I will. I think I might just stick them down. Ow.
I just want to stay, dude.
Yeah, I can actually touch the hot glue gun glue when it's right hot.
You can touch it.
Yeah.
Normally, well, no, I say I can. When it first starts up and it's hot, I can. But I mean, this has been on for nearly an hour now, so it's like just getting hotter and hotter.
Well, it's years of working in kitchens, and then I used to make Turk's head waggles for the scout group me and Julie ran.
There you go.
Yeah.
I don't think I need any more on there. That's all secure. So,
Now,
let me just turn everything off. Get rid of this hot glue gun.
yeah. Okay, well, I'm going to say at this moment in time, you've got 15 people watching. So can them 15 people please press the like button? And if you already haven't done so, subscribe to Horlixs' channel, where there's lots more of things like this to come on Horlixs' channel.
Dean Harris, Silver Soldier got flux already in it.
Ah, right.
Oh, okay. I'm just tidying up this mess quick. Just waiting for that glue to set. Get rid of that. So, what am I doing? Turning this base round
Yeah.
would be a start. Because we are going to introduce the bus. Sorry
Yeah.
for the glare off the screens. I'm going to carefully get this on. It's hard to. What's it? Oh, first time. First time. Look at that.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is just while that's doing drying, I'm going to show off Ian's new mod. So this is what it's going to look like.
Wow.
So it says Partware Upgrades, and then it's got Routemaster written on there. There's like an image of a Routemaster on there.
Yeah.
So that's all being fitted up. Obviously, my jack is underneath, just there.
Yeah.
So that's where this plug goes. That I said just hanging off the bus.
Yeah.
So you can then plug that in when I find the right orientation. Screw that down. There you go.
Yeah.
So if you ever want to remove the bus, you'd obviously, remember to take this out.
Yeah.
And that is hidden, sort of. I've tried to hide that the best I can, the best I can do. I thought about putting it on the side, but you'll have wires coming out. And because this is going to be displayed on the back.
I like the look of it because it looks like a trolley jack. Well, not a trolley jack, a bottle jack.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So that leaves me to plug this in and see if our work has paid off.
Yes.
So, move the cameras a minute. I'm going to turn the bus around because we need access to the front.
Drum roll, please.
God, I hope this works. After all this. Come on, Mr. Bus.
Where else can you see a modification like this? Superb.
So this is where I need to try and get a good shot. I'm going to plug in.
Yep.
Within Power Mod. So check out powerupgrades.com if you want one of these. This is just to power it, not what I've done today.
No.
That is now plugged in. Let's confirm that with a little hoot on the hooter.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, in theory, if I push these buttons, it should operate the lights on here now.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to push button 1.
Well, hey.
There you go. That's all the destination blinds.
Yeah.
Number 2.
The interior lights.
Interior lights and the
Exterior light.
the indicators and whatnot. And then if I move you over here, button 3 should be Mr. Driver.
Yeah.
There you go.
Brilliant.
Superb.
And then that looks nice on there. And
Well
then
done, Alex.
Brilliant.
again.
Absolutely fantastic.
And then-
Absolutely fantastic.
So now it will save me because you plug it in.
Yeah.
It's nice to have the access to the lighting. I'm not too bothered about the bell.
No.
The engine sound you can still get from in the cab. Now I could have done a button for the engine sounds as well.
Yeah.
I could still add one maybe, but I don't think I'm going to bother with that because you're not going to play with the engine sounds all the time.
No.
And the bell I haven't bothered with
Yeah.
because you've got one just on the back platform here.
Yeah. You can get to it easily.
Yeah, and it's nice to play with some features in the bus, pushing.
Yeah.
So there was no need to have another button on the front of the base when
No.
you can access that one from looking at the model this way anyway. So
Brilliant.
that is my little mod.
Fantastic.
That is absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I love it to bits.
Right. Okay, I'll go through the chat because the chat's just suddenly went mad since you pressed them buttons. Ian Carmel, very clean and tidy mod, Alex.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Ian Carmel, fantastic. Crafty Chris, brilliant, Alex.
Thank you very much.
Dano Universe, wow, that is amazing mod. Well done, brilliant work. Dave Mac Build, well done, Horlixs, amazing work.
Thank you.
D Harris, hell of a job, Alex.
Yeah, do you know why it was? I thought this bit would go a bit quicker than it did, but
Ian Carmel, is that a custom made base? Yes.
yes,
Yeah.
it is. Yeah,
And Yorkshire Crafter, brilliant job, well done.
thank you. Thank you very much.
Absolutely brilliant.
Honestly, I am so over the moon with that now.
Proud of that, mate.
It's because now it can stay on the shelf for the moment, and I love having all the lights on, and sometimes I don't because I know I've got to shift it, try and get my hands into the driver's cab, and
Yeah.
I do most of the time, but sometimes I think, oh, do you know what? Can't be bothered to be playing around with that. Now, this gives me a case of, especially now with this power mod, I can plug it in up on the shelf, and then just, if I want to switch it on, I can turn that on and hit the buttons on the front without any hassle. Because as you know, like if I disconnect the power mod, the bus will go out.
Yeah.
When you reconnect it, nothing comes back on until you reactivate those buttons.
Yeah. Just,
So now
just like it says so in the cab, yeah.
Now you can switch that on. Go 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll put the banner on for Parkwork upgrades.
Yeah, jolly good.
Okay, I'll go in with a chat. Wayne, brilliant.
Thank you very much.
Great base, Alex. D. Harris, wonder how many want you to do. There's no LOL.
Yeah. Sorry. Regarding the base, cases cross wires, this was made by David Buckingham. He doesn't make them anymore, but when we first started this, the Routemaster, and to be honest, when we sort of first met each other, that are here today as well, I was gifted this by David Buckingham. He was a regular viewer on my channel while I was building this bus, myself and Penny, and yeah, he actually sent us these as like a gift.
Yeah.
We sort of showed them off, and there was a lot of interest in them, wasn't there? And he ended up making a fair few of them, but due to health reasons and stuff, he no longer does. But really lucky to get these, and they're just perfect. They're so fit for purpose, and they're just brilliant.
If I remember, David Buckingham didn't make it for profit as well, did he? He just wanted it cover materials and shipping.
Yeah,
That's right.
I think so. Yeah, it was just something he really enjoyed.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So, you've just given me a brilliant idea. So, I mean, goodness me, a bus on its own on a base, as on like a side table, wouldn't that make a nice little lamp?
Yeah. I can't.
Yeah, if you just had that as a lamp in your room, yeah, that would be brilliant, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Oh, amazing. I actually have forgotten to do something, and that was to just inject some hot glue into the back of these buttons, because this one's gone a bit loose.
Yeah.
So I will do that after the show, I think. But that is, that is my little interpretation of the mod. And now, just before we go, let me just carefully remove this bus from the desk.
We've got a question here from Alan Key. Could you tell us the switch pins are on the circuit board?
Actually, yes, I can. Yes, I can. So, plug A is the switch for the lights, which is the headlights, the indicators, and the upper and lower decker lights. The upper and lower deck lights, not decker. So that is plug A. Plug L is the switch for the destination blinds. Okay. And then the driver's cab light that I completely forgot about, that Dave reminded us on, that's actually plug M for Mike. So they are the three. They're the three the plugs that you need to short to make the lights come on, and they're the ones that obviously go to the switches within the bus itself. So another bit of a shout out to Ian. Ian's just fantastic. He's helped me out so much. Ian helped me out with some of these. Now these are micro Jst connectors, and these are what I've used to do the mod on the bus side. So I think I explained this before, But all I have done is soldered. I've got a male and a female, and I've soldered red to red, black to black. Okay, so ignore these tails. You're going to end up with a plug with a male and female on.
Yeah.
All that happens then, you take out plug L, for example, for destination blinds. Plug this in because it's the same fitting.
Yeah.
That goes in your circuit board. Plug L gets plugged into the female. And what that does is it still allows you to use the buttons in the bus.
Yeah.
You know, if you ever decided to take it off the base or, you know, and you wanted battery power, whatever, you can still operate the bus from the original switches. If you don't, then it's fine. All you've got to do is just run some cables out and just replace the connector. But I think it's quite nice to keep it original as well.
Yes.
You know, we're trying to enhance the model, not, take away.
So you see a plug L goes in there. So where does the one from that little unit go into?
So yeah, I need to let me do it. So you need micro ones, but I'm going to just show my example on these bigger ones because it'll just be easier to see. So you're going to have a male and female like that.
Yep.
Base. I mean, that goes in the circuit board. That goes into the original connector. L gets hidden, and then when you solder them together, I should have mentioned you're actually going to solder 2 wires on them as well that come off.
Yeah.
So red to red, black to black. So you've got your connector here, but it also spurs off onto 2 cables. So if you wanted to at this stage, you can obviously turn the bus or the lights on with in the cab, or you can just short these 2 wires together. It will make the connection and turn the lights on. That's what you're aiming for. And then what I did is, thanks to Ian's great idea, with the power mod running the cables through the bottom screw holes, I actually used some cable that was thin enough to go run through them holes as well. So I ran 6 cables through. So what I had was 3 of these, males to females, because we've got three switches.
Yeah.
With the smaller cables branching off. And then those 6, once you've plugged everything in, leave enough length, you'll have 6 of these cables, which you need to try and get out of the bus. So those 2 plus the other 2 sets, which is 6 wires, all come through the bottom of the base, which is then where I connected the plug.
The 6-pin plug.
Yeah, here, which is where we've got 6 pins. So once they come out the bottom, if you were to do it this way, it's up to you. You then solder on wherever you want them. So they're going to go on. So you're going to have 6 wires coming off here. And then that makes up the plug. So this is the connection point from the bus to the stand. And then what you saw tonight was me installing the other side of it.
Yeah.
So then when you join the 2 together, it makes the complete connection from the switches at the front up through there into the circuit board.
Yeah.
If you wanted to, you don't even have to use a plug. You know, if you've got a stand, then it's going to be permanent and it's never going to come off the stand. You could wire it up permanently and just literally have your wires coming out the bus, straight down into the base and straight into your switches, and do without the middle connections. I just thought it was a nice thing to do in case I wanted to take the bus off the base at any point.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking of doing. So all I would have to do was just get some of them ones and just plug them straight into the take the other ones out the circuit board and just plug them straight in.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't want to use the circuit board switches at all you need to do is get one of these, which is a micro JST,
No, with a switch.
solder. Just make a connection, red to red. Make the wires longer as long as you need them. Then all you would have to do at that point is open up, take out plug L, plug this in.
Put a switch on the end of that.
Leave L dangling in the box somewhere if you don't want to use the original switch on the bus.
Yeah.
Bring this out wherever you want to bring them out and just whack them straight into one of the switches on the base.
Yeah.
So in theory, you could just do, this is a shorter version, you'll end up with a JST on a switch like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
And then that'll do exactly the same job. And then, yeah, if these wires are long enough, that'll go on your base. Just run them up into the back of the bus. If you want to do it more of a permanent way, then that is an option, yeah. Obviously, me being me, I chose to do it the complicated way because, I don't know, I just think it would be nice to be able to remove this from the base if you need to. I didn't want it fixed.
Yeah, they're not always transportable easy at the buses on the base. You know, if you're like me, you like to take them to shows and what have you. You have to take them off the base really to make them more stable for transporting.
Yeah.
So you could ostensibly, you know, if you did want to go your way, you could put a male and female one of them together. They come out your circuit board underneath another male to your switch.
Yeah. I mean, you don't even have to do it in the base either. You can just leave them hanging out the back of the bus if you really wanted to.
Uh-huh.
You know,
if you did have to take it off the stand, even if it was just for a house move or clean it when you're decorating, you can then just disconnect them like that and move them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see a dust cover coming next for the Routemaster for partwork upgrades.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that'd be
A
good.
dust cover. Well, that'd be good, but then you wouldn't see it.
For the models.
No, that would be good for transporting them. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. A dust cover for the Routemasters, that would be fantastic because Ian does dust covers to the other models. Yeah, for the Routemaster.
So
yeah, why not, Ian?
So you've now got me totally thinking now. What I'm going to do. So what are them switches called? Them round ones?
They are called aviation plugs.
No, not the plugs. The switch. You switch it on off switches.
Oh, momentary.
Momentary switches. I have to remember that.
I'm just taking the bus back off a minute, and I'm just gonna get this hot glue in because I'm going to put it up on the shelf and plug it in so we can see the final result.
Okay, lovely. So there is some more chat, Jordan, Dave, if you want to bring that up.
Okay. Where was I up to? Ian Campbell. A diorama base would be great.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, I said that earlier.
That have done that.
I've put some roofing felt on mine, and I was gonna paint like bus stop on it and stuff, but I never did get that far.
Mm-hmm.
That looks really cool actually with that plug on there.
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
Certainly does. Very neat.
Alan Key, thanks very much for that brilliant job.
Thank you. Yeah, and again, sorry it went on a bit. I thought it would get done a lot quicker than I thought.
Ian Campbell. Now the next person's answered the question: what scale is the RM? And Verween said 1/12 scale.
It certainly is.
27.5 inches long by 8 inches wide by 14.5 inches high.
Mm-hmm. Ian Campbell. That's an idea, Mark. And you know what happens for those that come up with the idea.
Looks like you're getting a dust cover, guys. Yeah.
Jody Dave, get Alex to do your base. I'm actually busy building my own base. It's at my son's, so I've just got to get it finished.
The thing is, this bit of it I could probably do.
Yeah.
I could do the wiring in a base for someone, but it's the doing it on the bus side.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? Yeah.
You'd have to put one of these connectors on.
Yeah.
I found that the Routemaster is one model out there that's not been modded much, if you know what I mean.
No.
See them measurements again?
Okay. Well, the bus, the model is 27.5 inches long. So 27.5 inches long. So 14.75 inches high. So right from the ground right to the very top, and 8 inches wide. And you can always get in touch with me if you need any more measurements or anything. It's not a problem.
Is that counting for your mirror now, Dave?
The mirrors actually stick out that little bit more, yeah. Yeah, about 1/2 inch each side.
If you need to know specifications on this model, just go to Dave.
Yeah.
And how much do they weigh?
They weigh 14 kilograms.
Right.
So, yeah, they're damn heavy. Well, that's with the David Buckingham base. So
they're about 12 kilograms.
About 12 kilograms all in, yeah.
There we go.
So and that's with the obviously your passengers in, because we have passengers in the buses. There's for our shit. So
they're light.
Yeah, well, when you get all 89 of them together, they're not light, though, are they?
I'm going to need to get some more. I've used so much hot glue in the last couple of weeks. I'm going to need to get some more.
The covers might be coming for the Routemaster buses. Cool.
That'd be great, wouldn't it?
You can't see it, Tor.
No problem. Yeah, they do have mirrors and indicators that stick out, you know, about 1/2 inch each side. So yeah, the indicators do fold in if they're not wired.
Yeah, that's ideal if you're taking yours to shows, Dave, isn't it?
Yeah. I'll speak to the Mrs. Paul Works and get her to come up with an all-round cover within the next week. There you go.
That'd be good. That'd be good. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there'll be a good market out there for them. I'm pretty sure.
Yes, I would say so. Especially when you're building them as well.
I would like to make a Perspex case for mine.
Yeah, that's another thing, isn't it, Dave? A Perspex case from
Mine's going to be on permanent display on the wall here, so I'd like to get a Perspex case for mine.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I'm just plugging it in so we can see it. This will be the last time. Well, I might have to bring it down next week.
Well, we'll have you on full screen when you put it on.
Plug her in. So now,
okay.
So
there we are. You're on full screen.
This needs to go. Also, Ian, thank you. That will get displayed up here. But I need to leave that out, so I'll do that. So now I can come in.
One of them would have got lost, didn't it, Mark?
Where's my... I don't know where anything is anymore. I'm just going to turn my lights off. I'm not going to show it because it'll set everyone's off, so I'll do it with the app. So now I can just switch the wall on and then click, click, click.
Look at that.
There we go.
Look at that.
There we go.
Superb. And I think it's like I said, you could have that on a table and have it as a room light, couldn't you? A dim room light, which would, well, you know, all snuggled up with your partner in the front room, having a glass of something, and yeah, I can see that coming off.
Yeah.
I could also see programming an Arduino Mini and have the bell ringing every hour like a cuckoo clock.
You know what your next job is going to be, Horlixs? We're going to be pushing you to look for one for the wagon.
Do you know what though? That's just totally doable. You could get like a time circuit on it and make the bell ding as the chimes.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
This is
absolutely.
dangerous forward thinking, guys.
I don't think I'll do it though because it'll soon wind you up. You'll be going, oh, shut up.
Our wallets are empty enough as it is.
But yeah, no. Anyway, no, I hope you enjoyed that little mod, and well, not so much little, but it's quite involved. But you know, it just takes a bit of planning, and anyone can do that. To be honest, anyone can do it. You just gotta, you know, if you're not sure about soldering, just practice. And as long as there's no shorts, it's not like a high voltage circuit or anything.
Yeah.
But again, as Mark said, you know, do this at your own risk. You know, I've done it.
So do you need a multimeter or not?
I would, just to check.
Yeah.
I mean, the worst case scenario really is, I don't know if I can. Which is that light? Well, this is the main lights, right?
Hang on.
So
Put them on full screen. All right, there we are.
if you,
Can't see it at the moment.
Hang on.
I've moved the camera out of the way, haven't I?
There we go.
Okay.
Just about see that.
Yeah.
So when you turn on the main lights, oh, wrong one. Which one? It's this one. When you turn on the main lights, if you have a short, they may turn on, they may not. But when you hold the button in, can you see the indicators are staying on?
Yeah.
It just confuses the board, and then it freezes everything else. And
Yeah.
none of the other buttons work until you let go. So you're not going to have a major issue, but you will find that, you know, if I turn that off and short that, nothing else works.
Yeah.
It's dead. So you might have a short and realise that something's not going to work until you relieve that short, and then the bus all starts working as it should.
Yeah.
So you're not going to blow the circuit board?
Well, I haven't, but again, you do that at your own risk, you know. But yeah, if you've got a multimeter, you can check all this before you even plug anything in.
Yeah.
It's not going to harm if there's no voltage. So, you know, check it. Like what I did with the plug, I made the looms, I made the little connectors. I then, before I put heat shrink on the connectors, no, I didn't. I heat shrinked them up. I then used a multimeter on the female end, made sure that the button in the cab still worked. So when you push the button, you'll get a beep from your multimeter. Once that passed, I then connected it to the loose wire ends, did the same test to make sure that it was getting through the wires, and then you just keep doing it as you go. Yeah. And then once you've installed the plug, do like I did tonight, just check there's no shorts on the 2 pins. Wherever you decide to put them, that's up to you. And just keep checking and checking and checking.
Yeah.
And then the final check would be to, I'm trying to think now.
Check your switches.
Yeah, basically the wires that come out the switch, the wires before you put the switch on, just whack a multimeter on there, see if there's a short between the switch cables.
Yeah.
If there's not, it's looking good, and then just work back on each wire, and it's just work it out systematically.
Yeah.
But oh my god, 2 hours. But yeah, that's my little mod, and I'm in love with it already. So now that bus would be on a lot more now.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think it's a really smart way of doing it. I really enjoy doing it, to be honest. And I've been waiting a week to have that all up and running since I drilled them holes, because I didn't want to make a racket on stream. But I used Ian's drill; it's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went straight through, and since drilling the holes, I already fitted the switches just to see what they look like. And I am going to finish it off with some labels just above the buttons. With my labeled machine for now. I might see if I can find someone that can do me some etched ones or something, some engraved.
Yeah.
You could, though, use the push once surround on them.
The what?
The push once button surround. You
Like
know,
the bell,
on the room
round the bell.
round the bell switch.
Oh yeah. I think they might be too small.
Yeah, oh, they'll be too small. Yeah, I suppose you could print some off 3D printer wires to go around them, something like that.
Yeah, a bit of food for thought, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's functional, and that's the main thing. And then I can, see what we're going to do with the labels. But yeah, I was looking because I know you shared helped me with something, Dave, and they had them like the labels that you put behind the switch, and then switch through it, and it's got like. But I did have a look, and they weren't the right size. I couldn't find anything of a similar size. There was only like 1 or 2 listings I found for similar, and I think it would have been a definite custom thing.
Yeah. You could probably get the size of them hurls and get something similar from a trophy shop. Maybe a trophy shop would make like a brass plate with something with 3 holes in, and then above the 3 holes, each of the holes, you can have what they are, what the buttons are, engraved into whatever's. So something like that, anyway.
All right, a bit more chat. Ian Campbell, thanks. I've given a little more to cater for that.
Okay, jolly good.
D. Harris, fantastic show. Nice mod, Alex. Good night, all hosts and all in the chat. See you tomorrow night.
Good night, D. Thanks for joining.
Crafty Chris, take care, D. Ian Campbell, circuit board and cushion will be with you early next week, Alex.
Oh, lovely. Thank you, Ian. I really appreciate that.
D. Harris, Crafty Chris, good night. Not going just yet. D. Harris, good night, Ian Campbell. Ian Campbell, night, D. And that's the chat roll up the date.
Jolly good.
Lovely.
Okay.
What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, just going back a little bit. That plug. So this was a 6-pin. As I said, you can get bigger ones. You could, in theory, again, your responsibility, up to you. You could get like an 8-pin or and combined with Ian's power mod, you could combine the
engine sound.
You could combine the cables for the power mod through this, so you've just got one connector, and then you could then use underneath, go off to the jack that Ian supplied in your kit, and put that on the side of the base itself.
Yeah.
If you wanted to do it that way, that would be. And thinking about it now, I probably would have done something like that before I bought these, if I'd thought about that. Because then it would be really clean install. I mean, it is anyway, but you would then have just one plug coming off the bus with the power and the switches, and then all you have to do is run a couple of wires off of the receiving plug, which would be this one, straight into what Ian supplied with a jack, but you could drill another hole, and then you could plug the jack into the side of the base if you've got a base. There's loads of options. Again, you can do it and design it however you want. The basic wiring principle is the same. however you do it is completely up to you, you know.
Yeah.
So right, well, I think 2 hours and 11 minutes. Wow, it doesn't feel like that.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
And now my mouse doesn't work because I've got roofing felt all over the desk. Okay, so let's go round. We'll say our goodbyes, and I think we'll wrap it up for tonight.
Okay.
So unless anyone's got anything to add before we do that.
No.
2 more pieces of chat, and I think Dan was getting it last night. Good night, everyone, and could all forget to say good night to hear that she cannot be named that speaker.
Yeah.
Doesn't work now. And D. Harris, night, Dano's universe.
Okay, so let's go around. Let's go in order again. So Mark's mods.
Okay, so it's good night from me. Fantastic stream tonight. Fantastic mod as well. Just shows what can be done. So yeah, I'll see you next time.
Lovely, thank you, Mark. We've got John Dave.
Yeah, totally. That would be a cracking build tonight. I hope everybody enjoyed that. It's really given me some ideas as well. So fantastic. So good night from me, and catch you on a later date.
Lovely, thank you, Jordy. And yes, Monos.
Well, good night from me, and thank you for joining us. Please leave a nice good thumbs up, because that was a cracking stream, that was, really. And what, just as Jordy Dave says there, just shows you what can be done with this lovely bus, this lovely model. And with the help of partwork upgrades and the fabulous person that we have here, Horlixs, with his electronics, anything, sky's the limit. It really is. I'm really impressed, and I should be getting one myself. And I'll be making the idea of one, and perhaps in on a table or something. I'm thinking of a nightlight or something like that. Oh yes, the thoughts just going through my mind at the moment of what is possible. Yeah. Absolutely brilliant. So please leave with a nice good thumbs up, and we'll see you on another stream again sometime. And good night from me.
Lovely, thank you very much, Dave. And that is it from me. So thank you everyone for watching. Glad you enjoyed it, and please like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. I do have a Patreon. Link is in the description below. I also have my Instagram, which I'm starting to build up a bit, and the details for that are in the description as well. Also have a wish list in there, but if you wish to support me anyway. But that is all down there. That is it from me tonight. So until the next. So hang on, let me go through what we've got. So tomorrow we have Saturday. What's tomorrow? Dave, are you doing something tomorrow? Yeah,
I'm doing something tomorrow. I'll either be doing this bus, or I'll be doing the blue bus, or I'll be doing the other red bus. So I've got quite a lot to do.
Or you might be doing all three.
No, I won't be doing all three, not together. So that'll be on my channel at 8 o'clock tomorrow night.
Lovely. So head over to DS Models and Vintage. So he's in 2 more builds. So well, 3 now. Sorry, three, aren't you? So the standard red one from Agora, the modded blue East Yorkshire one from Agora, and no, not East Yorkshire.
Southend Transport.
Sorry, and then the one behind you. So check out his channel to hear about all that. Right, and then Sunday we have Dano's Universe, I believe, doing the Enterprise. Then it takes fun to Monday. Don't want to miss Monday. There's a new show, I believe, coming out. And that will be on Yorkshire Crafters and Crafty Chris's channel. Yeah. Was there a time confirmed for that?
I think it's 8 o'clock.
8. Okay, so please check out them on their channels. They're doing something new, so really looking forward to that. And then Tuesday we have Crafty Chris doing the Eddie Stobart.
Yeah.
Wednesday round to the Arduino show with myself, Mark, and Jack.
Yeah.
Just put on 7 p.m.
Oh, just 7 p.m. Right, sorry.
Oh,
Yeah.
7 p.m. Sorry. So Crafty Chris and Yorkshire Craft Monday at 7 p.m.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll be there certainly for that. Yeah, that's about it. And then yeah, we'll do the rest of the schedule near the time.
Yeah.
So that's a few things coming up. So I'm really excited for them. So that is it for me. I'm going to stop blabbering because yeah, and yeah, I'll see you on the next show. So take care, everyone.
See you now.
Bye. Bye.
Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light